Culture. The people you're surrounded by. The way of life, language, customs. Here's a guy. He graduated from seminary a while back. People call him pastor now. Really, he's just a guy trying to figure out how to reach his community. So, he starts a weekly gathering on Sunday mornings and does everything he can to attract people from the general population to a physical location we'll call church. A group of regulars starts attending weekly services for a while, and it's time for the next step. The answer man starts talking quite a bit about the importance of belonging and extracting as many as he can from the weekly location into an additional event during the week in smaller settings becomes the hard sell. This is where our pastor friend hopes to see deep relationships form that will help those involved grow to new spiritual depths. But how's it working? Is it reaching people? Let's back up for a second and put this in context of how humans actually respond and relate. Anthropologists have big words for this. We just call it spaces. The public space, the social space, the personal space, and the intimate space. The public space consists of 100 or more people. The social space consists of up to 50. The personal space is approximately 10, and the intimate space only accommodates a few. These are the four environments for human interaction with varying levels of intimacy. So let's take a look at how the attraction and extraction method works on a natural human level. From the general population, we are hoping to attract as many as possible directly into a large but crowded public space, then extract them directly into the personal space. So, how is it working? Is it reaching people? Let's look at this method's effectiveness statistically. Reputable sources tell us that churches can hope to effectively reach up to 30% of the general population in America using traditional attractional methods. From the public space to the personal space, we'll see an average of 20% of those initially attracted make that transition, while social and intimate spaces go mostly unaccounted for. So, we have 20% of the people in the church actually moving into an environment where they have the potential to meaningfully connect with someone beyond plastic pleasantries. These deeper relationships are critical to a person's formation because you cannot disciple a crowd. Growing in a relationship with a relational God requires us to be connected to others in honest, accepting, and challenging ways. The public space is the crowd, and 80% of our people are stuck in our attractional, non-relational events. Consequently, the majority of our efforts are also placed toward facilitating these short weekly experiences because that's where all the people are. Discipleship becomes an ideal, but not a reality. We have a problem. Let's take a closer look at the attractional cycle for a moment. Every week has a weekend, and every weekend has experiences that must keep people engaged so they keep attending. We'll bring in some lights, a fog machine, and a rock and roll band to sing some Jesus songs. Inside buildings, we'll refer to as campuses, where the cameras will capture everything so that people who don't want to see other living human beings can catch services online, while we carefully watch our attendance metrics to see whether or not we're winning. Once we've done this, it's time to prepare to do it all over again because another weekend is on its way. Whew. So let's take a look again at spaces. The public space, check. The personal space, kind of, check. We haven't really done anything to give significance to either social or intimate spaces. Frankly, we don't have time. The public space has the potential to attract approximately 30% of our neighbors, while the personal space has the potential to extract approximately 20% of our attendees. You know, the ones not already super busy helping to facilitate those big weekend experiences. So, how's it working? Is this really what it's all about? Jesus pointed his followers towards something that may look a little different. Go into all the world and make disciples. A process of teaching people his ways, helping them to hear his voice, to respond to what they hear, and form spiritual partnerships with others committed to the same thing. Bringing people into the spiritual family does not start with impersonal experiences. It starts in smaller spaces. Here's our approach. Foremost, the intimate space, shared by your immediate family and your closest, most kindred friends, can never be put in jeopardy. We fully support doing whatever it takes to keep this healthy. Where our journey begins is in the social space, the most inviting environment for the natural formation of friendships. This looks like gathering people around really big tables, sharing meals, great conversations, and seeing what connections take place. From here, it's natural to move from the big table to the kitchen table with a few discovered friends. We'll take conversations a lot further and deepen our relationships with a few others worth trusting. The direction is clear. We all want to learn Jesus' ways. The format is simple. In fact, we just do what any group of friends does while around the table. Good food and drink not excluded. Extending the family is an enormous part of our purpose. Why? Because Jesus told us to do it. So we find healthy rhythms with other kitchen table gatherers in our neighborhoods and work as a unit to bring Jesus' love to the culture around us in really practical, tangible ways. As relationships with Jesus and each other are strengthened, and as we move together in God's mission of restoration in our community, we're bound to collect stories we'll want to share with everyone. In the public space, we'll gather to celebrate together, worshiping Jesus and testifying of what He's done in and through our big, crazy family. This isn't an attractional production, it's a family reunion. You see, we aren't in some business of building religious institutions. We're just a family with a mission to extend our family. We are L24 Collective.